What if there's a way to imitate Bob Ross without being Bob Ross himself? AI is making this a reality by unlocking the potential to create professional artwork with just a simple prompt and a click of a button. In the last 6 weeks, I have experimented and started my own Etsy shop selling digital downloads created entirely by AI in an attempt to reveal the entire process and the reality of the business. In this video, I'll share my results from running my store for the past 6 weeks and some tips and intricacies of creating a demanding product. Let's dive right in. This all began while I was scrolling through YouTube and noticed a pattern with all these money-making videos. Bunch of big numbers in the thumbnail and a lot of fluff about how you could generate millions of dollars by selling AI art on Etsy. As you may have guessed, many of these videos simply copy and paste each other with the exact same idea or sometimes even the exact same script just to attract a lot of views without actually doing the business themselves.
Got it!
Totally understandable, but that's not why I'm making this video. I want to clear up the confusion around whether it's truly possible to make money selling AI generated art. This challenge started on April 10th. I've had some success running a dropshipping business but never worked with an Etsy before. So after doing some digging, I created my first digital product listing on Etsy using the Midjourney tool. If you're unaware of Midjourney, this AI software allows you to generate any artwork with a text-based prompt. The entire process of generating the listing and setting up the shop is in the episode 1 of the series if you want to check out that after this one. After my first listing was live, I started by running paid Etsy ads with the budget of $5 a day. My product cost is lower than the budget, so I wanted to test the water and see if the product was even viable to generate a sale. After spending about $4 on day 1, we generated 0 sales. This was expected since the Etsy algorithm needs some spending to optimize the ads. Then the next day, we actually managed to generate 2 sales after spending about $5. For that week of spending $13.33, we made 3 sales with a total revenue of $5.77. Because we're selling digital products, it's hard to sell them for a high price, and many of the competitors have started undercutting each other, which is another thing to worry about. Regardless, despite making improvements to the listing from April 10th to May 4th, the last day I spent on ads, we spent $53.74, we generated 9 sales and made $20.71. With all that spending, we got 11,200 views with 179 clicks. Since we had 9 orders, this equates to around 1.6% click-through rate and a 5% conversion rate. The industry standard conversion rate is 2 to 3% on Etsy, so selling AI generated art seemed promising even though we were not profitable. So what happened after I stopped running Etsy ads? And what did I do differently? As I've mentioned, digital products are cheaply priced, so it's pretty hard to be profitable by running Etsy ads alone. That means we have to rely solely on organic search traffic, but a new listing will not rank on the search results since you need a lot of listings for Etsy to push your products on the first page. So starting on May 5th, I stopped running Etsy ads completely and started posting 1 listing a day to start increasing my chances of attracting organic sales.
Send out a mating call so big that everyone can smell it for miles.
In May, I created 18 more listings, totaling 19 active listings as of May 20th. With all those listings, it definitely contributed to some organic traffic with nearly 150 visits, which brought in 4 orders and a conversion rate of 2.6%. So I guess we're at about the industry standard conversion rate. There was a massive spike on this day for some reason, but maybe it was some sort of glitch or something. Our revenue is $9.96. A great thing about selling digital product is that the revenue is entirely a profit besides taxes since we don't have any physical products to ship out. Taking a look at the traffic source, 90% of the visits came from Etsy apps and other Etsy pages and Etsy search results. The only difference between the two is that one comes from strictly desktop search and the other is from everything else. Now that we covered the results of the ongoing challenge, let me go over my plans and some tips for creating your own successful Etsy art business. The first crucial tip I learned was learning how to use Photoshop. A lot of digital download products require resizing and creating mock-up designs. You can use free tools like Canva, but you don't have the flexibility to use custom mockups, which I'm using for my products. With that said, let me show you how to resize a batch of images using Photoshop to make it into a printable size of 300 dpi. And 300 dpi is the industry standard resolution for printable items such as shirts or canvases. It's crucial to provide this because many people buying digital products want to print them on various products. So first, we go into Photoshop, open up any of your digital image, then click on Image, then Actions. On the right, we should see this action window. From here, click on the plus icon and name it whatever you want and hit record. Go up to the image tab and click on image size. I recommend putting 300 pixels per inch and changing the width and height to 3600 by 3600 pixels if it's a square image. The important thing here is the 300 pixels per inch. Now press OK. Lastly, go to File and Save as JPEG. Then hit the stop button on the action window and we're done. Now all we have to do in order to batch resize images is to open up Photoshop and go to Automate, then Batch. Select the action name that you set earlier, then choose a source folder containing all your images. Lastly, choose the destination folder. You can even mess with the naming convention to give new names to your images. Once you press OK, Photoshop should automatically resize all your images, but it doesn't just end here. My second tip is to upscale the resized images. Just because you resize an image, it doesn't change the quality of the image itself, meaning it will still be blurry if you print it because the image is not the highest quality. A workaround for this is to use some of the upscaling solutions. There are free and paid options out there to upscale images using AI. I like to use a paid software called Topaz Photo AI. I think it provides the highest quality compared to the other free solutions out there. But if you're just starting out, a great free solution is this website called Replicate.com with the Nightmare API. You can drop any image here and scale it however you want, and the only downside is that you can only do one at a time, whereas Topaz Photo AI allows you to batch upscale images, and we can also compare the upscale images and tell that Topaz does a better job in details overall. My third and final tip is to set a goal of producing 100 listings. I know it may sound like a lot of listings, but it's difficult to generate consistent organic sales with only a few listings. As my results showed, it only started getting traffic and sales once I uploaded many more new products, so try to be consistent and post one a day if you can. All of this challenge initially started to prove that you can make a sale using AI, but now it's become more than just that. I want to show that you can create a 5 or 6 figure business from anything if you just put in the work, time, and consistency. I will continue this challenge until it reaches the goal of $10,000 in revenue. So if you want to follow along the journey, subscribe and like so we can all grab some Wi-Fi cash. Thanks for watching. Peace.